Hello again, it's your friend Monster Forge, and today I'm here with a requested video. A little background on this. This is a toy that everybody has wanted me to make a video of for a long time. I've had several people ask it, and I just never really thought about doing it. And the other day, one of my viewers said, "Hey, you really need to make a video of this particular thing." And I said, okay. Now that I'm making videos regularly, why not? So today, without further ado, I present to you Knight Rider Becomes Robert. Yes, this bootleg toy, knockoff, bootleg, whatever you want to call it. I picked this up off of eBay in 2009. And I had a blog at the time, and I posted pictures of it and the description of it and all. And ever since that time, people have mentioned this thing to me. And other sites have used the pictures from my blog on their sites. And sometimes people have done like, they've asked questions like on Reddit about this particular bootleg, and my pictures are in there, like where do I find this thing and all. So I'm glad everybody liked the pictures. I lost the old Photo Bucket account that I had those pictures on, and so getting them without the watermark that's on them now is kind of difficult, but anyway, I can always take new pictures of it. I got this thing for $1.99 on eBay in 2009, and I paid $2.50, or no, I think it was like $2.99 for shipping. So the shipping cost more than the thing did. And it's just, I mean, it doesn't really amaze me because it's a really fun, cool bootleg. But a lot of people want this thing, and a lot of people have made offers to me for this thing that I considered ridiculous offers because it's a cheap, crappy bootleg. But in that, the cheap crappiness of it makes it just flipping awesome. The colors on the package, the way it's presented, the stickers, the colors of the actual figure itself, the name Knight Rider Becomes Robert. This must be the Robert that he becomes. So cool. Yeah, but this is I want to say it's is it Baron Z or Zeemon? I can't remember. He's a Super GoBots, and you remember I posted a video the other day with my Super GoBot Cycle, and it was the same, that same line is what this figure was taken from. Somebody told me at one point that I had thought that it was a direct copy of that old Super GoBots figure. I want to say it's the character's name is Zeemon. I'm not sure. It was one of the Super GoBots is all I know. But I had said that it was exact duplicate of that. But a reader on my blog told me that no, there's a couple of pieces on it that are like unique to this bootleg. I don't know. I'm not that much of an aficionado about GoBots. I loved them when I was a kid, but I didn't even know up until just a few years ago that they hadn't originated as GoBots. That they were actually a line from Japan. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. This is an old Super GoBots. I feel like slapping myself now because I've already restarted filming this video several times. I'm not doing it again. But I can't remember the exact name of the character. Anyway, I'll put that in the description below, along with something else I'll talk about. But anyway, let's take a look at the packaging. This one it came unpunched. The little, oh, don't have it where you can see it. The little hang tag thing came unpunched. Now, unfortunately, over the years, this one fell out, and it it's not trapped inside of the cardboard there. It fell out and like it disappeared. So that's the only thing missing on the package. The package came kind of dinged up. I've kept it like this is exactly the way it looked because I've kept this thing like untouched pretty much since I bought it because the package is part of the fun of this guy. Knight Rider becomes Robert, and here he is becoming a Knight Rider. So yeah, it's the same image and the colors are just mwah, chef's kiss. The colors, they're so good. They're so good. But you can see here, and there's just another image on the bottom. There's no maker for this thing, as is the case a lot of times with bootleg toys. You know, you list a maker and you make yourself a target for anybody that wants to come after you about licensing and copyrights. So a lot of times these bootleg toy makers, they know that they're doing the illegal thing, so they just kind of hide. But all of his instructions are on the back. He comes with nothing in the package but him and the little plastic crate or the little plastic tray that he's in. And he's really fragile. And you can see here before I get to that, the package was already open when I got it, I think, or at least it got snagged on something. But this tear, it came like that. And it's got some other dings on it too, but I just like to think that it gives it character. I've only opened this thing before twice. When I first got it, I opened it and I transformed it, and the joints on it were so tight and the tolerances are so, you know, like minimal that it's really scary transforming this guy. I'm afraid he's going to break every time I do it. So you'll see whenever I film transforming this thing, I'll be very gentle with how I handle it. But one thing about this guy, he does not come with this sword. I always thought that would have been really awesome for him to have that sword. I'm going to put a link in the description below I found a guy who has you can buy a 3D printable file of a copy of the sword. It's a STL, or I'm not sure. I don't do any 3D printing yet, but you can download and print out the sword itself, and it looks just like it. And he's made it available on Shapeways, where if you don't have a 3D printer, you can order it printed. But and I don't know what that costs because I've got a substitute for the sword. I think, like I said, I've only transformed this guy like twice before. This will be the third time. So I'm a little nervous about it because I don't want to break him. But I'm doing this for history because, as far as I know, I don't think anybody else has got a video of this. If they do, that's cool. More power to them. The more videos they are of something, the more people get to see fun stuff, and I like to share. So let's I want to be careful about this, as careful as I can. I mean, it's already torn, but hey, we're doing an unboxing video. They say, oh, and look at that, it's got dust in it. Yeah, he's been sitting on a shelf for a long time. But here he is. This is like there's nothing in the package. There's nothing up my sleeve. I'll sit this right here, and there's the tray that he comes in. And I thought when I was looking at it, I was like, oh man, the tray is yellowed a little bit, but it's just reflecting that neon green. Let me bring the camera down so you can see it a little bit better. But this is in pretty good shape. This stuff is super flimsy. As far as I know, there's no rips in it so far. But anyway, he just kind of sits in there, and I'll sit this over here. And here he is. Here's Knight Rider becomes Robert. And if you don't believe me, it's come on. It's right there. Knight Rider becomes Robert. And he has it on both sides. He has a little driver inside, which the Super GoBots had those sometimes. I don't know if you can really see him or not in there all that well, but he's in there. He's kind of he looks like maybe he's a gray plastic, but I can't really be sure because of the tint, that yellow tint. The, if I remember right, oh gosh, yeah, the trunk opens up, so that's another bonus. I don't know if the original GoBot did that. I never had this particular Super GoBot back in the day. I only had a few Super GoBots. I had a bunch of the regular GoBots, but anyway, you can see like some of the joints are really loose on it, like this one in particular. And this is the undercarriage of it. Now, it doesn't have it. It says, let's see if you can see it here. It says Koang. Let me get my light here. You might be able to see it. Koang Fa, and it has the CE. I'm not sure what CE stands for. I see it on toys a lot. But Taiwan. So he was made in Taiwan, and you can see there's a little clippy thing here. This part of it clips into that, and that's a scary thing there. And you can see there's even little stresses on the plastic from the first time that I ever transformed it. Or maybe they were there before. I'm not sure. That's the first time I've ever noticed the stresses on the plastic. If you ever get a toy, and you'll know if you collect toys or mess with toys much, that ABS plastic, when it's stressed, it has a tendency to get that little lighter color or white marking on it, and that's a stress line. So, and it looks like there's a few on him, like right here, and there's a little stress right there, but that happens with any toy. And it's not the best quality. I mean, it's a bootleg, so, but look at those beautiful colors. I mean, that's like the 1980s just threw up this vehicle. I mean, you got the crazy, like, was it fuchsia, the hot pink, and the teal, and the purple tires and the limbs and everything, and then that neon greenish, yellowish green on top. This is a work of art. A work of art. Bask in its glory. All right, I'm putting off the inevitable here. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to follow the instructions on the package, even though I can probably transform this thing in my sleep. I had, out of the Super GoBots when I was a kid, it was actually the first transforming toy I had. My brother picked up for me, there was a car, and I think it was called Psycho, and it was like this futuristic looking car. I found out later on the car was from an anime called Cobra, I believe, and it had two figures sitting in the car, and it was actually Cobra and like his sidekick partner character that were, the little figures were sculpted in, and they were in the car itself. But it transformed just like this one, so I was very familiar with how it transforms. So this shows you how to transform it from a car to the robot. So, you know, Knight Rider becomes Robert. So let's transform, let's make Knight Rider becomes Robert. I like how it's like on the package here. It's like a presidential campaign. Knight Rider becomes Robert. Politicians, if you're smart, you would use something like that. You know, like, I'm not going to use a current year president. We'll just use one from years past. We'll say Barack Obama becomes president. You know, something crazy like that. It's funny. Anyway, so the first thing you do is you take, these are the legs, and you can see where the stressor is right there. They flip out. Oh gosh, all the way down. And I just felt a sticker move. Oh, it's the one on the hood. Okay. And then the toes flip out. They're pretty tight joints. Let's see. All right, so you flip these out. These are the arms. And oh yeah, you can see like the flashing from where the mold was, or like they didn't ever even bother trimming that off. I'm never trimming it off either, because to me that's part of the fun. Let's see, do you do these first? I'm trying to remember. Let me open this up. He's got these little, I don't remember if they pull out. I don't think they pull out. Oh, there you go. They just come down. They've got a little stress tab on them right here that'll click them into place, and that's got a little stress on it too. There we go. It's in place. Now, we'll flip. Oh man, does that come apart there? It's been a while. It's been a while. Let's see. Where's it go? Did the door stay? Yeah. Huh. Oh, okay. There we go. Whew. All right. Gotta keep the arms out, and then this will come over and it tabs in there, and the head will slide forward, and there we go. Whew. Let me tell you what, that stresses me out, because this toy I do not want to break at all. It's one of my favorite toys that I own. Does that flip off? No, I guess that just stays. So he just keeps that junk in his trunk right there. But this is the guy. This is Robert. Hello, I am Robert. And like I said, the guy that made the 3D printed sword, it would fit in his hand here. I don't have that. I might eventually get it, but until then, I have this. I have never tested to see if this fits or not, so we'll see if it does. This is actually a sword that came with a knockoff Masterpiece Optimus Prime that I have. That's a downsized, and it doesn't fit in the Optimus Prime's hand. Don't know why it was included, but it's a cool looking sword. And I figure Robert here deserves a sword. And so let's see, will that fit in his hand? You know what? It fits well enough. It doesn't really fit in his hand. I guess I'll have to eventually, yeah, and I'm not going to push that thing in there and stress it. But there you go. He can, I am Robert. Bask in my glory. Merp, 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 merp. Yep, so he has a sword. I will probably go ahead and get that guy's sword at some point. Because he needs a proper sword. But anyway, this is Robert. And his articulation is as such. It's the same as the original GoBots, Super GoBots figure. His arms move. And what's nice is he does, you can, I don't know if you can hear it or not on the microphone. It has springs in the ratchets. It does have springs in there. So that's a nice touch. I guess that's just something that carried over from the production or the making of the bootleg. You see here, he's got his little dun 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 dun. He's got his Knight Rider. It's like a little hologram sticker there to replicate the Knight Rider thing. I don't know if this is even the same model of car as Knight Rider, but I guess this was as close. Now, it would have been really cool if they had made a bootleg Knight Rider becomes Robert that was actually black, like Kit was, with like a tan interior. That would have been real cool. Maybe I'll paint this one. No, I won't. This guy's staying the way he is until the end of time. Anyway, he moves at the shoulder. You can get a little bit of back and forth here because of the transformation joint. He's got an elbow, no wrist or anything like that. The legs, if you snap them loose from the it's got like a ratchet on there, so you can, I guess Robert can kick. He won't really stand on his own, but he's kicking. I'm kicking. Oh gosh. Oh man, stress. Anyway, yeah, so his legs move. You can make his toes move if that's something you want to do. This one clicks strongly into place. This one's a little loose, a little loosey-goosey, and it's amazing to me that these joints are this tight, because a lot of times bootlegs are just floppy messes, but like he holds together really well. This is my friend Robert. He's got the essential joint, so that's good. Can your Transformers do that? I don't think so. Maybe they can. I'm not judging your Transformers. He's got is that Firebird? Is this a Trans Am? I don't know cars. I'm not a car person, but I'm sure somebody in the comments will let me know. But it has a little bit of that like metallic, little bit holographic feeling to the background of the sticker, but it's like gold, so it clashes really bad with the other colors that are on him, and that's perfect. He's got some details on his back, some robot details and such. Like I said before, he's got a butt flap. That's cool. Because he has neon colored plastic, you can also do this with him. He glows like he's a blacklight fiend. That neon plastic and everything, and especially the clear plastic, he glows like a freak. I'm a freak. He's got glowy toes, glowy crotch, glowy innards. Cool. Doesn't actually glow. That's just with a UV light or a black light. But yeah, and let's look at his size here. He's like, I do actually have my tape measure here this time. I always have it here. I just got to find it. Let's see. Line it up there. He is 5.25 inches. And for you guys across the pond, he is right at... come on, buddy. He's right at a little bit over 13 centimeters tall. So, looking at him size next to another Super GoBot. Here he is with Psykill. All right, come on, Psykill. Don't embarrass me, buddy. You stay up. Here he is with Psykill. Psykill's a little bit taller than him. And for the Transformers representation here, Optimus Prime. Now this is G2 Optimus Prime, which he's basically a reuse of the mold of the G1 Optimus Prime with a few little tweaks, I think. But yeah, you can see how he looks. He's roughly the size of a deluxe Transformer nowadays, give or take. But yeah, just a cool guy. I'm going to take some photographs of him now. Are you ready for your close-up, Mr. DeMille? He's going to get some glamour shots, and then he'll go back in his package, because I think the appeal of this guy is him sitting in his package looking very pretty and protected from the world outside, because the world doesn't understand the love of Robert. I am Robert. I am love.